How's it going, YouTube? This is TJ with another collection video. Last time I did my NES collection, so I'm going to do my just move on with it and do my Super Nintendo collection. I have about just under 50 games, I think like 47, something like that. And I've got some good RPGs, the Mario game stuff. So I'm pretty proud of my collection. So I'll go ahead and show it off to you, and I hope you enjoy it. Like I said, I'll start with some of the Mario games I have here. Super Mario World. Who doesn't? Mario All-Stars, Mario Paint. I have the mouse and the mouse pad, and it's fun to bring out every once in a while and make the music with the meows and stuff. Super Mario Kart. Hopefully you've watched my other videos. Yoshi's Island, Donkey Kong Country. I do not have 2 and 3, and they're not really high on my priority to find them. If I find them for cheap, I'll pick them up, but I'm just not too worried about it. Star Fox, F-Zero, great Super Nintendo game. Zelda: Link to the Past. One of my favorites on the Super Nintendo is SimCity. Sim Earth. I've tried playing this and just can't get into it. It's funny. I love SimCity, but this one's terrible. Zombies Ate My Neighbor. This is a lot of fun. It's a two-player co-op. Probably also one of my favorite games on the Super Nintendo is Battle Cars. I think it's somewhat a little unknown, but it's just a racing game, and you have missiles, grenades, and these discs, and so you can shoot other cars, and you get money for shooting other cars, and you just go from planet to planet racing all the aliens. So it's just a lot of fun. I highly suggest it. Next, another great Super Nintendo game is Turtles in Time. Just a great Turtles game, probably the best one. Street Fighter 2 Turbo. Street Fighter doesn't need any introduction. I do not, though, have any of the Mortal Kombat games, so I keep an eye out for those. Thanks to Stilo999, Mega Man X. The Lion King. It's a pretty good Disney game. Speedy Gonzales, Los Gatos Bandidos. This was at the flea market for a couple of bucks. It's in not great condition. It's in typical sunlight flea market condition. Pitfall: The Mayan Adventure. This was at Goodwill for a couple of bucks. I've never played it, but I've seen some YouTube videos. It looks decent. Eye of the Beholder. I got this from store credit there, and as you see, it's still in the plastic. It probably will never be played. Wings 2, Aces High. I have not played this yet. Claymates. This is, I still think, somewhat of an uncommon game, and I paid $5 for it, I think, and I haven't played it yet. Star Trek: Starfleet Academy. Super Pinball: Behind the Mask. This was the one I found the other day, and for $1, and I haven't played it. In fact, I haven't played my Super Nintendo in quite some time now, so it'll probably be a while for anything to play it again. Let's see here. A couple more filler titles here, and then we'll get to some better names again. Young Merlin. This was at Goodwill for I think $2. I'd never heard of it, so I just picked it up. Wing Commander. I remember the cartoon when I was a kid, but I have not played the game. Populous. I found this actually when I was down in Phoenix with work. I stopped at an antique store and they had this for like $2, so I picked it up. Darius Twin. That's a pretty good little spaceship shooter. King Arthur's World. This is a fun game if you like Lemmings. It's kind of like that, where King Arthur's just kind of walking around and you've got to clear stuff out of his way, including like enemies and fires and doors and stuff like that. So it's a pretty fun game. So now on to some of the better games here. These are some of the KOI, Koei, if I'm pronouncing that right, KOI. But they've got PTO, Pacific Theater of Operations, and the second one. These are fun. They're World War II, naval strategy. My brother-in-law really likes them too, so we've played it off and on. Nobunaga's Ambition and Nobunaga's Ambition, Lord of Darkness. I assume they're strategy games, but I have not actually played these yet. A couple more KOI games here. Operation Europe, Path to Victory. Again, I assume it's a strategy game, but I haven't played it. Civilization. This is definitely a strategy game. And Uncharted Waters, New Horizon. Again, I have not played it, but hopefully it's good. Now on to mostly just RPGs here. Arcana. I'm not a huge fan of this. I've started this a handful of times and get bored pretty quickly. It's pretty much a dungeon crawler. Breath of Fire. I have actually not started this game yet, but it's obviously a pretty popular series. Secret of Mana. This is a game I played about 90% of the way through and just kind of lost interest. Super Mario RPG, Legend of Seven Stars. Unfortunately, it's got that big tear there in the label, but it's a fun game, and I haven't beaten it yet. I've started it and stopped and stuff. It seems to be a common thread among all these games. Shadowrun. Really, pretty recently, I've just seen a lot of people really looking out for this game, but it's cool to have. I've not actually put a lot of time into it, but it's a futuristic kind of action shooter RPG. Ogre Battle, March the Black Queen. Strategy game. There's a couple of ogre battles for the different systems. Just four more here. Again, you can't have a Super Nintendo collection, a special RPG collection without these games. Final Fantasy II and Final Fantasy III. This is probably one of my favorite RPGs in general. This one's just okay. I'm not a huge fan of it. I know there's lots of spoony barbs out there, but Chrono Trigger, awesome game. I think people argue with it. This is probably the best ever. I liked it. I finally just beaten this game. I don't know, about 6-7 months ago. I have started and stopped, over the years, and finally actually invested the time. Great game, love it. And actually, I really like Chrono Cross too for the PlayStation 1. Oh, real quick, I meant to show this a little bit earlier. Super Game Boy. You remember me finding this a couple videos ago. Glad to have it. And lastly, this is probably my #1 game of all time, and that is Earthbound. It's a pretty expensive game. It's hard to find. I think I even have the manual somewhere, but it's just a great game, and I love playing it. I played and beat this game. I don't know, countless times. So I just love it. But that is pretty much my Super Nintendo collection. One game that I do have, but is not on me currently, is Lufia, the first one, not Rise of the Sinistrals. My sister is borrowing that and not playing it either. But so that's my collection. Like I said, I'm pretty proud of it. I think the only game that I absolutely have to have right now is Super Metroid. As you saw some of the filler titles, I pick them up when I find them for cheap. But Super Metroid is a game I absolutely want to have. And I've seen it, but $50, $60, and I'm just not going to pay that. But that's my collection, and I've got some pickups to show over the weekend. And thanks for watching again.